Not giving up, going through the difficulties, failing times and times again, but always getting up and still going forward. This is the metric of success. This morning I didn't wake up at 5 a.m. like I planned because I felt kind of sick, my throat kind of hurts, I didn't feel perfectly well, so I was like, I gave myself an extra hour and a half of sleep. Technically, I started the day with a failure, right? Because I planned to wake up at 5 a.m., but I didn't. So I started a day with this one big massive failure. So why not, after a morning like this, have a whole day of doing nothing? No, if I started a day like this, then I might as well just go and scroll all day and play games, watch a movie, watch some TV series, because I failed already, right? It's so stupid, yet we all do that. We are like, we cheat on our diet. We go and eat a chocolate bar, and then we're like, okay, once I broke my diet, let me go to the store nearby and buy even more sweets. Or we will miss a workout, and then we will be like, yeah, I've missed a workout already, so let's not do any workouts to the end of the week, and let's just start working out from the next week. Like, come on, man. I mean, it's so stupid, but if you watch this, you're a bit like me, and I just know it so well because, numerous times you failed and failed and failed. Like, you gave up on your habits, you stopped going to the gym, you you gave up on some of your plans. But if in that moment you just choose to stay lazy and stay comfortable and be like, okay, yeah, I failed already, so, another failure won't change anything, right? It's such a poor mindset, and what's even worse is we all know it's cope. We all know that we are just coping to ourselves when having these thoughts. Yet we still do that because of comfort, because we know that it will be hard to then go back on the right path after that failure. But if you start noticing that your brain is just coping, and it's just giving you these excuses to not go on the right path, yeah, our brains can be so stupid sometimes. After failing, getting back on this right path feels so tough and so hard. But if you do it once, then the next time it will be easier, right? For example, if you wake up in the morning, but you woke up like after your alarm, you wanted to wake up at 5 a.m., go for a morning run, do a whole morning routine and everything. So the next time you have a failure, a setback like this, instead of just giving up, maybe you will be like, okay, let me try to do as many things as I wanted to do, even though I woke up like 2 hours later. You know, maybe the next time, instead of not working out for like entire month, you will be like, okay, let's start from the next week. The next time you will be like, okay, I don't want to wait for that perfect opportunity because frankly it won't come, right? I know this already. So let's just start as soon as I can. Next time I will be like, okay, I didn't do the workout yesterday. Let's make sure that today I do everything I can to make it happen. You need to treat every single one of these failures as a rep, just like you do push-ups. Every single one of these failures, every time you fail, is like another rep testing your discipline, seeing if even though you have this setback, testing if you can still, keep your word and stay on the path. Can you still show up and do what you said you will do, even though, like, the whole situation isn't as perfect as you wanted it to be? These big successful people, it's not that they don't fail, it's that they just failed and failed, over and over again. But from each and every failure, they just went back stronger. They just came back and be like, okay, let's make sure that I will never make this same mistake again. So like right now, I love failing. I've heard this on YouTube few years ago, that I just love failing because I know that every setback, every failure just makes me stronger. And whenever something negative happens, like I don't wake up early, or I miss a workout, or I just forget to do something, I try to not let it interrupt my mind so much and be like, okay, I'm a piece of shit because I didn't work out today, or such a lazy guy because I didn't wake up in the morning. I'm like, no. Of course, I wish it wouldn't happen, but now let's make sure that I make everything so that it won't happen again. Let's make sure that I go to sleep on time. Let's make sure that I plan the next day and I have, this training block, so I know for sure that I will go to the gym, and it's know that maybe I will go, maybe I will not. Let's see if I have time for it or not. Every setback just makes you stronger in a way that you feel more prepared for the next one. The next time you fail, again, instead of like waiting whole week till you start meditating again or start doing this habit again, you're just like, no, let me start doing it again from tomorrow. And now, one more really important thing, because we have this tendency that, if you didn't work out yesterday, you're like, let me make double the amount of exercises today. Let's work out twice as hard as I would do normally. And it's okay to the point that it gives you this extra motivation, but it doesn't work like this. Because if you wake up in the morning and you're like, okay, I didn't work out yesterday, so today I told that I will do this massive workout. What happens when then you don't go to the gym? The next day you will do like quadruple amount. You'll do 4 times more than you were supposed to do. No, it doesn't work like this, of course, right? We need to remember about that. When we fail, it's not that then we need to, what's the word for it? That we need to make it up for what we didn't do yesterday. But the mindset you should have is just that you want to, just go back on the journey. Feel this energy and be like, okay, I didn't do it yesterday. It sucks. Life happens. Let's make sure that I do it again. Not that I make up for it and that, I meditate for an hour straight, or that I study for 3 hours. No, do the amount of this task, or do a habit that you have planned for yourself, and do not put extra just weight on you, because that's the worst thing you can have. After a failure, the worst thing that can happen to you is, thinking about it and feeling that the next time you have to do more. No, the next time you need to do what you were supposed to do, not even more, because then you just, feel even less motivated to do it, and that's when this huge streak of like not working out for a month or something happens. So just never give up. Keep finding a new way, keep finding like a new path, a better method to do something, instead of being like, Ah, shit, I didn't work out today. I'm lazy and I will not work out for the next week. No, these thoughts should, motivate you to do it earlier, to prove to yourself that you can do it. So yeah, just never give up. Change what doesn't work, but never give up. That's a word of wisdom from me today. Thanks for watching, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.